to you viewers. It's another Saturday, another Owambe for party goers, and it's another working day for media people. You're welcome to another edition of Let's Talk, brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television, fully sponsored by Nokpa Abals. This is where you get an up-to-date information, entertainment, news, and anything related to issues touching me and you that is needed to be addressed. This is where you get it. And on Let's Talk, this is where we discuss anything discussable and we talk anything talkable on this show. I am Toyosi Adeshino, and with me in the studio I have...
Good morning, good afternoon, viewers out there. I am Odunayo Adelere.
Yeah, Odunayo Adelere is in the studio with me. We are going to be rubbing minds on today's topic. And the topic for today's episode is minimum wage, federal government or organized labor, who should be considerate? Should the federal government consider the fact that there is hardship in the country, like the economy is getting worse and worse, or the labor should consider that, oh, federal government has a lot of things to invest money on in order to make the country a better place for everyone to live in? Because I don't get it, because we remember that Labour, they proposed the amount of 615,000 naira as the new minimum wage, which the federal government said, oh, they can't even pay it. So along the line, they had to brush down the money to 497,000, later 494,000 naira. But now what we are hearing now is that federal government, according to one statement that was said by Wale Edun, that it is possible that federal government would sign 100,000 naira to be paying Labour. But later on, Labour said they've not confirmed it because there is no news about it that federal government is going to pay the 100,000 naira. So going on, it was later now concluded that federal government is ready to sign 62,000 naira to be paying Labour, because I don't understand. So who should not consider who in this situation? Back
to your question, the two of them should be considered. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
According to, who should I say, an expert on this thing, economy, he said something.
Okay.
He said, if we are to look at it, if Labour wants to request for any amount, that 497,000 is kind of high for what Nigeria economy is kind of facing right now. If Labour is going to request for any amount of money, max should be 200,000 naira.
Okay.
And according to the meeting that they had yesterday, when Labour had with the federal government, whereby the federal government agreed to sign 62,000 naira, Labour said they are not going beyond or above 250,000 naira. That is now they now make the minimum wage as if I want to buy rice in the market, because Labour are saying that is the amount we are going to collect last. I don't. But the two of them have to be considerate about each other, because this Labour are actually working. And if you look at what's actually happening in Nigeria, Nigeria economy is not even encouraging at all. And the minimum wage that they pay to them, some even exhaust the money before the salary comes at hand. Some go on loans and all that.
The minimum wage, 30,000, you cannot take it to the market to get something that is tangible.
A week, some people a week before the month, a week we enter into a new month, they already exhausted the money, because according to the breakdown Labour brought out, for family of six, when they brought out everything, if you look at it very well, if they want to do it very well, they have to increase their salary. And federal government, why I say federal, we have to be considerate of federal government as well, is that most of the money that we use in pay is loan. But they, when it comes to their own salary, nobody is touching their own salary at all. Whether they pay it with loan or whatever, nobody is touching their salary. So they have to consider the Labour as well to increase their salary. Paying 62,000 naira in Nigeria economy today is nothing to write home about.
So from your own perspective now, you think that federal government and the other parties should considerate each other. So like from my own perspective, I would say the federal government should consider the organized labor, because we all know that ever since it was announced that the first subsidy has gone, like the economy hardship is just getting worse and worse. And we don't even know when we are going to come out of this Ulabalu that everybody is in the country.
I believe one day will actually come out from all this traumatic.
Sure, one day, yeah, sure. Even the president used to say that we should calm down and put our mind at rest. Everything is going to work better. But when is everything going to turn around and work better for every citizen in the country? If the right things are not being put in place now?
What I just want to tell the federal government is that 62,000. Okay, now federal government is agreeing on 62,000. Governors are saying 57,000.
Exactly the story I have here. Now to the story I have here. Federal government targets 62,000 naira, governors want 57,000 naira. The federal government may be on a coalition course with governors and the private sector for agreeing to pay a minimum wage higher than 60,000 naira. According to findings by Saturday Punch, while the federal government may be ready to accept 62,000 naira as a new minimum wage, governors and the organized private sector were against paying as high as 60,000 naira. They insisted that any figure above 57,000 naira may not be sustainable. The major argument by the governors, according to insiders, is that the states would be left with nothing for developmental projects if they accepted to pay a minimum wage above 57,000 naira, as they would have to pay a large chunk of their resources as wages to workers. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Governors Forum has issued a public disclaimer in reaction to the offer by the federal government, which they describe as unsustainable. The NGF, in a statement by its acting director of Media and Public Affairs, Alima Ahmed, expressed concerns that if the 60,000 naira minimum wage was adopted, many states would allocate their entire allocations to salaries, leaving no resources for development projects.
My question to the governors that are saying 57,000 naira per month, should we say they should scrap their allowances? I'm not saying their salary, because if you tell them let's scrap your salaries, joyfully they will leave their salaries, because they know if we are to check their health allowances, travel allowances, food allowances, wardrobe allowance, health, all that surpasses their salary. So I am not saying your salary. Should we say they should stop the allowances in their...
I think there was news last week that they said governors, they spent almost billions of naira.
It's not I think...
They spent billions of naira in just receiving visitors, getting what to eat. Like, I don't understand. Billions of naira
when it comes to signing things that will favor them, nobody hears anything about it. But when it comes to things that will favor the poor masses, that will favor the Nigerian workers and all that, that is when we start hearing different kind of excuses. You hear today, we can't do this, we can't. And of which, if we were to say, if they say they won't start paying that 250,000 and that Labour are actually standing on today, they will pay conveniently without any problem. Yeah.
So should you now call the Nigeria Governors Forum like the antagonist?
Why?
Because they are the one that saying that federal government should not pay any money that is above 57,000. 57,000 is okay.
Why I said earlier that the two of them should consider each other. Now Labour is considering the federal government. Okay. They brought it down from 407,000 naira to 250,000. Now it is now on the part of the federal government to consider the Labour, the NLC, because just truth be told, these people are actually some people still, some governors. There was a news that came out last week. Some states are still owing their workers salary, which they refuse to pay. So now you are paying minimum wage of 35,000 naira. You are not paying it yet. How are they going to pay the 250,000 naira?
They will pay it.
How?
They know how to do it. They will pay it. But because of the fact that they are more concerned about their own selfish interests, like because they also want to get money. If there was time that they said federal government is not going to be sending money to the state government directly, so they want to give money to local chairmen, it will be to their own account directly, not to the state government.
But I feel if the federal government wants to pay 250,000 naira to workers, they will pay it without any pain.
Sure, they will pay it. But the fact that this state government also, they will be like, oh, if federal government starts giving out such amount of money, they will be affected. They will be affected. That is why they said it's going to affect their developmental projects which they need to carry out in the states.
Okay, now that they are not paying 250,000, what is the developmental project that they actually embarked on? What did they do?
To them, they are doing some projects.
We have a lot of roads that are bad in Nigeria. We have a lot of. I don't even know how to qualify it. Electricity is we have poor infrastructure. Poor infrastructure, the schools are bad. So now, if you tell us that if they pay 250,000 naira, you won't be able to do any developmental project, that is not an excuse because you don't even have anything you want to do.
Well, state government, we are just urging you to please, you guys, let me say, governors too should be considered. Like, they should be considerate and think that this labor they are working out, they need to be appreciated by giving them the amount that they want. Even if you cannot meet up to their demand, like pay the 250,000, at least the money that will be given to them should be something that will be appreciative.
They went on strike on Monday, and the federal government came out to actually say, please, let's go on a meeting. Please hold on, because they know how they were affected, the airport, the road, and all that. No, now, these people, you need to be considerate.
Well, they need to be considerate. But before we move to the next story of Ellen Paul, who said that Wife's salary should be paid directly to their husband's salary. I think we need to talk more on that. But before that, let's go on a short commercial break of our sponsor, Nokpa Abaz.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Napa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from that short commercial break, and that is our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. If you want anything non-alcoholic and that is originally herbal mixture, you can call on the phone number showing on your screen, 070-1010-8549. Don't hesitate to send a message to the number showing on the screen as well. Yeah, it is well. The first story that we treated is minimum wage. Federal government or organized labor, who should be considerate? We need your opinion in the comment section. Let us know who should be considerate between the federal government or the organized labor. Well, the second story that we have here is Ellen Paul, a popular comedian. Ellen Paul said she wants women's salaries. She wants women's salary to be paid into husband's accounts. When I saw this headline, I was like, why is Ellen Paul saying this? Should I say like she's been blindfolded by love or what?
Which love? My question to Ellen Paul herself is your salary being paid into your husband's account?
Yeah, she might have changed it.
Might have changed.
She might have changed it. Yeah,
well, in the first place, why should my salary be paid into my husband's account?
Well, let me say, she's saying this from my own perspective.
There is a place of joint account. That is, after I earn my own salary, I earn my home money, you earn yours, we decide to put so amount into that account. It is a joint account. But me going to work for 30 days, 31 days, so my salary should now be directed to my husband's account. For what? Why?
She believes husbands, they are not to be the head of the house.
Yeah, the head
so,
of the house.
No matter any steps you want to take, you need to carry your husband along. And for you to be transparent enough to your husband, you just need to make it like, make your salary going to your husband's account.
I can be transparent to my husband by not sending my, it's not until I send my money to his account before I can be transparent.
There is no love. If there is love, you won't even hesitate that, oh, my husband, give me your account. I want to be receiving my salary into your account.
When I got the job, we both sat. We know the amount I earn per month. When there's increments in my salary, he knows about it. So why should it be sent to his account?
It's just part of love.
There is a place of, I got my salary and I say, my love, sweetheart, this is the salary. I sent it. Why did you send it to me? I feel it should be. But why should my company send it to my husband's account directly? Why is it? When I came to lobby for the job and I got the job, I did not bring him there, and I did not tell them that this is his account or whatever. I don't even understand where that.
I think this kind of thing can happen with couples that they have understanding. Like if they understand each other, like they are transparent to each other. Not like husband that will be like, oh, maybe the husband is having other people to attend to outside, and the wife now be like, oh, because I want to please my husband, I don't want him to be looking at other girls outside, so I want my salary to be going into his account. That is not the way. That is not the way. It is a total turn off. Because you can't expect a woman that is working for her own, like working, that is sweating, to be paying her own salary to his husband account. Is not possible. Well, it can be possible, just like I said, that depending on how understanding that you guys are, so it can be paid into the husband account.
Indirectly, my company pays my salary into my husband's account, and I need money. I'll still go and lobby to my husband that, see that I need cash to buy skates. I know.
No, you don't have to say that. You just tell him that, oh, darling, I need so amount to get something.
I don't even think some companies too will go to that extent. You say, we are not going to pay to your account.
Companies cannot make that decision without your consent.
For me, it is a no. Why should my salary be paid into my husband's account?
I thought you were going to join Elipo.
Why should I join Elipo? The fact that she's a comedian, the fact that she's a professor or a doctor does not mean I have to go with everything she says. Yeah. It might work for her, it will not work for me. Yeah. I can't. She can do it comfortably and not have
not in this century.
But no, even some who can do it in this century. Before she comes out to say something like that, she might have seen somebody, or she herself, she's doing it. But for me, it is a no-go area.
So to Odunayo, it is a no-go area. To me also, I can't say it is a yes for me. It is a no for me too. Or why will I tell my company paying my salary to my husband's account?
I go to work. I face whatever comes out from that place and everything. So it is my husband that will go. You will not tell me that. So I have sent 50,000 out here.
Well, if like some women doing that, let me say their husband will love them the more, because husband will be like, oh, they are not keeping anything away from them, so they want them to know everything. But meanwhile, if you should let some men to know that, oh, this is how you are, this is everything you are earning, this is they are going to misuse the opportunity. That is some men, they will misuse the opportunity that you as a woman will later regret it.
Seriously, I am telling you, if I get my job and I say, sweetheart, this is the job, this is the amount that is coming with, there is no problem in that. There is no problem in you opening the amount you are collecting to your husband. But when it's not that I don't have accounts now.
Even when someone cannot even trust like a parent that, oh, mommy, I want to be sending my salary in your account.
Do that?
I can't do that. Talk like some husband.
I am old enough
All
myself.
Is well.
I can make decisions myself.
Yeah. All is well. So the third story, which is the last story that we have here, is Atiku demands probe as federal government denies first subsidy payments. This story is contrary to what the president said. When, like the first day it was announced by the president of Nigeria, that he said subsidy is gone. But now it seems they have secretly reintroduced subsidy, but it is not being announced. Why? Well, so Atiku is now calling for investigation. That National Assembly should make sure they conduct investigation.
If National Assembly now conducts the investigation, who would National Assembly go?
Who will win?
No, you two. Let's juggle it together. Let's see it.
Well, I don't have an answer to that.
Atiku is calling the National Assembly. And Tinubu is the president of the federation. Who do you think the National Assembly will go in favor with?
They are going to do what is best for them.
What is best for them? You should listen to yourself.
The 2023 People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has asked the National Assembly to investigate the alleged secret petrol subsidy under the President Bola Tinubu administration. His call came as his party, the PDP, demanded an open investigation into the reported reintroduction of the petrol subsidy. Atiku, in a statement by his media advisor Paul Ibe on Thursday, urged the federal government to demonstrate bravery in taking ownership of its policies and their consequences and become accountable to Nigerians. On Wednesday, Atiku challenged Tinubu's administration to seize that he alleged was misleading the public about his stance on petrol subsidy. He stated that despite Tinubu's public statement regarding petrol subsidy removal, the administration has been covertly disbursing trillions of naira for petrol subsidy. A document leaked to the media on Wednesday showed that the federal government spent 3.6 trillion naira in 2023 on subsidy and projected to spend 5.4 trillion naira in 2024. The presidency on Thursday, however, debunked the document in a statement by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga.
You see that man? He does not disappoint, Bayo Ononuga.
He's always ready, ever ready.
For every statement that comes out against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he's always on.
He has something to defend it.
But what I will tell Atiku Abubakar is, he should sit down. If he still wants to come out 2027 for election, he should sit down and re-strategize. Investigating, doing all sorts is not going to change what the federal government has in mind for the citizen. Because even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came out and he told us, he said, I have fuel subsidy is gone. There is nothing you can do about it. It's gone.
But
so
now they have
the
body.
Introduce it or not, if they will still come out to tell you that fuel subsidy is gone. Who will come out to tell you that they introduced fuel subsidy again? Is it the federal government that came out to tell us fuel subsidy is gone?
But what this man Atiku is fighting for is that federal government has secretly reintroduced the fuel subsidy.
Everybody
but the hardship is getting more and more like harder on people.
When we started, you said.
So which means that they disguise using this fuel subsidy to divert the money into their own accounts.
When you said so, when we started the show, you said even the president said, calm down. And there was a news that came out yesterday, but George, the PDP chieftain, he said we should give Tinubu one more grace, 1 year, 1 grace. So the man has a better plan for Nigeria. So if indirectly they reintroduce the full subsidy, probably it's one of his plans to take Nigeria.
They secretly reintroduce it.
If they secretly introduce it, probably is one of his secret
like
plan now.
That secret plan, it means they are the one getting that money, because why would you be adding first subsidy budget in the plan? 2024, 5.4 trillion naira. And last year, when he spent 1 month in office, it was reported that they were able to save up 1 trillion naira on subsidies. But now, all the money that has been saved up, where did it go? Like, where is the money?
Tell us, Adesina, don't talk like a novice.
I know.
We know the government. We know.
But the thing is, we still need to be throwing these kind of questions to them.
Yes,
they need to answer it.
We need to throw it to them, and they need to answer it. So, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Toyosi Adesina, and Odoyin Adele, we are throwing the question to you that the money you recovered
that has been saved up,
full subsidy, where did you put it? It is in Nigeria whereby EFCC will probe somebody. You hear we probe them of millions, trillions, billions of naira. Where did they put it?
He said he wants to make the country a better nation whereby foreign investors will start coming to invest. But they want to invest. Who are they going to render the service they want to invest on? We. But if we are not capable to afford what they want to offer us, are we going to patronize them? We cannot patronize them. Even their business is not going to be moving forward.
We patronize them on credit.
It's not been known to know bumper to bumper.
Even Nigeria itself is in debt. So what are we saying?
All is well.
Even inside the well.
Well, you viewers at home, let us know your contribution in the comment section. What do you think about the secretly reintroduction of first subsidy? Do you think like federal government has probably reintroduced the first subsidy, and maybe probably later it's going to be announced to Nigerians here that, oh, first subsidy is back, or it is a means, according to article, or it is a means of federal government diverting the money into their own pocket? Let us know your view. And concerning the first story that was addressed, that who should be considerate between the organized labor and the federal government, who should be considerate, talking about the minimum wage, let us know your contribution as well. And the third story was about Ellen Paul, that was saying that wives' salaries should be sent to their husband's account. What do you think? Do you think it's okay? Are you okay with it? So let us know your contribution in the comment section, and do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Wisdom Yard Online TV. We are on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on X, on TikTok, and on Instagram. Do not forget to follow us.
And you can join our WhatsApp community on 070
yes, 10108549. And thank you for joining us today. We love you, viewers. Thanks for always joining, for always commenting, and for always liking and sharing the video. Until next time we come your way, I remain my humble self, Toyosi Adesina, and with me in the studio, Odoyin Adele. Thank you for joining me in the studio. Guys, until next time, we are saying bye for now.